With little warning.
I'm super nervous just because I have one of the last flights out of here tonight, so if it's canceled, I'm stuck.
Now, American says they have notified anyone whose flight's been canceled all the way through Monday. On Tuesday, that cancel percentage goes to 6%. On Thursday, 8%. And then Friday, we hit that 10% number that DOT wants about a week before the start of the Thanksgiving holiday rush.
We're all gonna die, Baba.
Thank you. Some court-ordered relief is coming for the millions of people who depend on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, to feed their families.
But there is no end in sight for a shutdown that is setting records with each passing day.
Yep.
Keith is at the White House.
With the shutdown scrambling air traffic, prompting long lines at food banks and forcing people to work without pay, tempers are flaring.
Yeah.
I am tired of working. When I see hungry people in my state who are hungry because of J.D. Vance's bull
Yeah. Boosh.
me angry.
But President Trump made clear again today he won't negotiate with Democrats on future policy decisions until the government
It's
reopens.
gonna backfire.
The Democrats have gone, they're crazy. They're crazy, but they don't care if they hurt the country.
After a federal judge demanded the administration fully fund SNAP benefits, the Agriculture Department relented today, saying it plans to release all the money nearly 42 million people rely on for food aid. That includes Janelle Daniels of New Jersey, who suffered as benefits were held up over the last week.
Okay, so not that
It's
one.
hard to try to depend on other people to help you. I'm such a very independent, I try to help anybody else in need the best way I can, and it's very hard for me to ask for help.
If Republicans agree to extend tax credits for the Affordable Care Act for another year.
This is a reasonable offer that reopens the government, deals with health care affordability, and begins a process
Let's go this way.
of negotiating reforms.
But Republicans quickly rejected the idea, and the president's demanding the GOP change Senate rules and force the government funding bill through without Democratic votes.
I am totally in favor of terminating the filibuster, and we would be back to work within 10 minutes after that took place.
And the president's
Barack
approach here,
Obama.
What are the chances this could work?
Well, there aren't currently enough Republican votes in the Senate to rip up the filibuster and change the rules as he's suggesting. Now, if you're wondering, when is this all going to end? It likely won't be this weekend. The president's flying to his Florida home tonight. The Senate is sticking around,
Oh,
seeing
okay,
if it
there
can
you
come up with a deal. Well, the House hasn't voted in 7 weeks. It doesn't have any choice.
Okay, that'll keep for the White House. Thank you.
We turn now to the weather because much of the nation in the middle of autumn is about to take on a winter feel.
Meteorologist Rob Marciano here now to tell us some record cold is on the way.
I'll go this way.
Cold stuff since we saw last winter, as a matter of fact, gentlemen. You better believe it. It's going to dive down from Canada and break up this very zonal pattern we've had, and that's been doing us very well. But this stuff can kind of be the lead blocker of this system. Tornado watch out, by the way, that includes Nashville until 10 o'clock tonight. So some of these storms could get spicy, but generally it's a fast mover. This is the one that's going to dig down.
The ghost
As
ship.
far as rain, colder air coming in behind this, and rain changing the storm
Alrighty.
like Chicago and Indianapolis. Not a whole lot of accumulation here, maybe an inch or two. The big story is going to be the drop off in temperature. The feel force across the upper Midwest. 30s there all weekend. Chicago will drop off. New York City will drop off on Saturday, Sunday. But the most stark differences are across the south. With the big drop offs. 30 degrees in Jacksonville, 81 tomorrow to 50 degrees for a high, maybe on Monday. I don't think you get it out of the lower 40s in Atlanta on Monday from 75 tomorrow. And then the record cold likely will come Monday or Tuesday morning across the deep south. Temperatures in the 20s, 34 degrees. That would be a record in Pensacola. That is winter coat weather. And keep it handy because we're looking for winter will only increase throughout the next couple
All right, that's cool.
For reality there, Rob. Thank you.
Virtual reality. Triple transform. We are VR.
From around the world in tonight's evening news roundup. 15 protesters, also Illinois, were arrested after they held a sit-in today outside the Broadview ICE facility near Chicago. They were protesting the president's immigration crackdown, including the arrest this week of a daycare teacher.
The police in a suburb of Indianapolis are investigating the fatal shooting this week of an immigrant housekeeper who showed up at the wrong address. Lily Luciano has the details.
Wow. Oh, look.
The shooting happened Wednesday morning in Whitestown, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis, where police say they believe the victim, Maria Florinda Reyes Perez, and her husband went to the
The Indian River County Sheriff's Office in Florida released video showing how
Horseshoe
they
act, right?
allegedly stealing a pickup truck. He hid in his attic and threatened to shoot at deputies. The standoff lasted several hours before he fell through the ceiling and into the long arms of the law.
And a Nobel Prize-winning molecular biologist James Watson has died. He co-discovered the double helix structure of the DNA molecule, and that helps scientists understand how genetic information is passed from one generation to the next. James Watson was 97.
3 days after the crash of a UPS cargo plane in Louisville, search teams are still combing a half-mile-long debris field looking for victims.
And we know more now about those who died on the plane and on the ground. Tom Hansen is at the scene.
New drone footage shows the charred landscape that left at least 13 dead after Tuesday's UPS plane crash. NTSB investigators and Kentucky National Guard are on the scene. The community is in mourning, and families are remembering their loved ones.
Okay.
Lou Feedy, a beloved grandfather, was killed alongside his 3-year-old granddaughter, Kimberly Asa. Matt Sweets, a father of 2, who was pulled out of the wreckage but later died at the hospital. And pilots Richard Wartenberg, Lee Truitt, and Dana Diamond. 45-year-old Angie Anderson is among the 9 people believed missing. We spoke with Bob Travis, the president of the Independent Pilots Association, which represented the crew on the UPS flight. He knew 2 of the pilots personally.
These are pilots and professionals. You're not flying a wide-body aircraft around the world for UPS, and you have a lot of experience.
Travis says his organization is working with NTSB investigators who will make the final conclusions about what happened. But he says he has no doubt that
Wait, how
they
do
did
I want to
everything
get
they
over there?
could to prevent this outcome.
Robust, repeatedly, you're facing what's like a fly the aircraft if you're missing an engine or in some cases 2. As we witnessed on the video there, to me it looked instantaneous and it looked catastrophic.
But it's your belief that there wasn't a whole lot that these pilots could have done.
That's my belief. It looked like a pretty hard situation to overcome.
As families continue to search for answers, Travis told us the Pilots Association will continue to stand with survivors and victims' families.
We're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Our hearts bleed for them, just like our hearts bleed for the pilots.
An NTSB revealed that bell sounds in the cockpit were going off for 25 seconds, which means the pilots only had seconds to react. We're also learning that authorities are keeping hoses on hand to put out spot fires, which, as of today, we're still popping up.
Tom Hansen and Nobel, thank you. Coming up next, Dr. Don McCoop, our new hope in the battle against Alzheimer's.
Also tonight, Kendrick Lamar leads the Grammy nominations announced today.
And our main
that's
Friday.
cool.
I'm Steve Hartman. When this Harvard lab lost almost all its funding for medical research, you'll never guess who stepped forward to help fill the void.
I don't know where he got over there.
The story when we go
Grab
on the
back.
road to Boston. Coming up on the CBS Evening News.
Back to the game I love. It's great to be able to keep up with the guys again. It's why I wanted more from my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active now. It's a difference I can feel, and they can see it, and she can too.
Camzyos works by targeting what's causing OHCM, and it's proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be playing again. Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
Consumer celery in the military offense going around, but they slipped away too fast. We don't play games. What you see is what you get. Bet you're glad you wore cargo pants. See how we can cut your bills. Call Consumer Cellular.
We got 2 on me.
opiates in the way. Luckily, I'm not super clean. Secret gives me 3 times more stress bug protection, so you can't feel the fear. Just the pheromones. Secret. Stay fresh under pressure.
Welcome to our biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, you can save up to $1,000 for a ride or pay 0% interest for 60 months. And Friday through Monday, active military and veterans can take up to an extra 10% off. Only at this year's Black Friday event.
When solar treatment fails stop you get going. Put a solar 3-in-1 inhaler. Better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flares. Breastfeed won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take breastfeed more than prescribed. Breastfeed may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Ask your doctor about breastfeed. Alzheimer's is the cruelest of diseases. Nearly 7 million Americans have it, millions more will get it, and there is no cure.
But tonight, Dr. John LaPointe brings us new hope. For the first time, a study suggests Alzheimer's may be preventable. Preventable if treatment begins early, before symptoms appear.
Let's see if I can do anything with the birdie.
Who's leading the clinical trial.
So this is a way to test the hypothesis that if you start treating people before
okay.
it'll make a difference.
I get it.
Absolutely it is. So think of it this way. In these people, we have near 100% chance that they will get Alzheimer's disease dementia. And we know about when they're going to get it.
And Dr. LaPointe joins us now. So, Doctor, how do we know these patients are likely to get Alzheimer's, and why is early treatment so important?
They have a rare genetic mutation that essentially guarantees they're going to get early onset Alzheimer's. Now, we already know we can slow cognitive decline in people with mild Alzheimer's. By giving them antibodies to remove from the brain this piece of gooey protein called amyloid that interferes with thinking. What's new here is the concept of giving medication before they have symptoms to prevent it. And, you know, there is preliminary research. It's suggestive of an effect that it's working. There's still more work to be done. There's going to be 5 more years at least of this study. I'll tell you this. I sat across a kitchen table in Brooklyn with an electrician who's part of the study. He has family members who are diagnosed with Alzheimer's in their 40s. He's 51 and doing good.
So you said 5 years, John. Does that mean 5 years before it becomes widely available?
I think at least, yeah.
Okay. All right, good to see you. This point, Dr. LaPointe. Thanks so much.
Exactly. We'll have much more about this weekend on Sunday morning.
Up next, something for music fans of all ages.
Who's up for a Grammy and who's rocking in the Hall of Fame?
Not again. We learned the uncontrollable movements are called tardive dyskinesia, or TD, and were caused by mom's mental health medications.
Mom was prescribed Austedo XR, a once daily extended release pill for adults.
Austedo XR can significantly reduce TD movements, with some symptoms falls as early as 2 weeks, and mom can stay on her mental health medications.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you have sudden changes in mood.
Your heart of Mario Golf.
Don't take if you have liver problems or taking reserpine, tetrabenazine, or clonazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking or sweating. Side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia,
UCTD, ask about Austedo XR.
It is so late for the wedding, and how are you so fresh about right now?
I don't sweat it. Secret Clinical gives me 3 times protectification, so I always stay fresher under pressure.
Oh my Oscar sense. Is it magic?
Amazon offers hourly employees healthcare on day one for the whole family.
What the?
Amazon hourly employees earn an average of over $23 an hour.
All right, what are you thinking?
Megacone.
Guess this is my round.
Hey, Perry. You talk. What's going on? You should get Simply Safe proactive monitoring, like us. The AI camera alerts Simply Safe agents before a crime could even start.